Alright, so today we're checking out the update for Rogue Company. The servers are currently down at the moment I'm recording this video, but we're going to go through the update notes and all of what's to come, as well as some of the changes that they're making, alright? So this is called the Vice update because they're adding, based on the wording here, from the streets of Miami are illuminated and electrifying sounds of nightlife echo through the night. The zero-drop rave is the place to be, but a menacing danger looms over the EDM, music, and laser lights. Rogue Company has been called in to save the party and the day on this new map called Vice. So obviously this is a Miami-based map, right? Vice City, those types of things. So the map, as far as the pictures we've seen, the images of it, it looks pretty good. It'll be really interesting to check it out. So the next section we have here is the general updates, and one of the big things that's coming is something that's been asked for, is a way to undo purchases for the store during your in-between rounds. So, with each round, you have the ability to purchase more items or upgrades, perks, those types of things. So I guess some people, it's very easy to click on something by accident and you purchase it, so they added the undo purchase feature, which will be nice. However, I'm sure some people are hoping, not everyone, but I'm sure there's people out there, there's always one, that are going to expect for this to work round to round, and I don't think that's the case. I believe it's only going to be, the last update you purchase within that round. So I would think that includes, you can't undo something you purchased 3 purchases ago in the same round, but that could be possible, but I highly doubt it's going to allow you to go round to round and undo purchases from previous rounds. It also says there's new gyro control options are now available. I have no idea what that means. If you know, please explain. They added key binding support for left-handed players. That's obviously great for those that are left-handed, as well as some new visual options for people that are colorblind, which is also a great thing for people. Next is the next big addition to the game, which we saw last week. One of the developers for, I think it was Hi-Rez, posted that they were releasing a shooting range in the game. There's a brief video that shows all these different bots and different mounting points and places you can hide behind and bots that spawn in all over the map. It's just a big square room that allows you to test out your guns, your gadgets, abilities, all of that stuff. Been really looking forward to that. It'll give people a chance to really practice with a specific rogue that they like and get as best as they can with that rogue. So that one's going to be really good to see. So the next item is changes to Strikeout. Specifically, looks like they didn't add any other updates for like demolition so much, but for Strikeout, bleed out rate was increased from 9 to 12 seconds from when you're downed. I think that could be good or bad. I have noticed a lot of times it feels like you die almost instantly when you're downed, even if you're behind a corner. Could just be my bad gameplay. It's up for discussion. Slightly reduced the radius at which enemies influence spawns, as well as they slightly increased the radius at which friendlies influence spawns. So those are probably going to be good balance checks as far as when players, enemies, or friendlies are close to a spawn area. Next thing is, and this isn't one I've seen a lot. I'm not the type of person to back out of games. Typically, even if the game is absolutely horrendous or we're getting destroyed, I'll stick with the game. I'm not going to back out. I'm just not that type of person personally. But there does need to be something in the game for those that like to back out all the time. So it looks like they're adding a penalty system for that, and 3 different items that will, and how they meet the criteria to give them a penalty for backing out. There's the left match early, so if they just left the game, right? AFK, so somebody that's been hasn't moved for 2 minutes or has been completely inactive for 2 minutes, and then disconnected, a player that is disconnected for at least 5 minutes before the match ends. So for those, upon meeting any of that criteria, we have the 4 different offense levels. The first offense is 5 minutes, second offense is 15, third offense is 30. The 4th one's a kicker. It jumps. It goes from 30 minutes to 3 hours of penalty time. It also says the players will see a looks like a countdown timer when they'll be able to queue again for a game. So obviously, for the more, as they add ranked, that's going to be very important, just because in ranked you can't have people backing out. It's not okay for people to do that. Maps, obviously they added the map Vice, and you'll be able to play Extraction, Strikeout, and Demolition all on that map. So that'll be really exciting to see. Icarus, they adjusted spawn locations. High Castle, they repropped the top of the stairs, as well as they removed stairs on the Wizard Tower and replaced it with a mantle up spot, which that honestly is going to be a lot better. Favelas, they removed shelving units from the garage. I don't know. Were people mounting the shelving units in the garage? I guess. I don't know. Must have been, those shelving units must have been really difficult to beat. Alright, rogues. So I haven't played all of the rogues. I've only played a handful of them. So some of these I can give my point of view. Some of them I'll just say, hey, cool, sounds great. See what happens. Anvil is a character that I play. It looks as they fixed an issue with his barricade with recharge and demolition. I can see that being a little broken, obviously. Dallas's target finder ability now has a different icon. I'm curious to see what the icon is. Doesn't really give much detail on that, but I guess we'll have to check it out. Glitch, who I've not played, has cloaked instead of evade. Cloaked, I'm guessing, is invisibility, which that'll be interesting. That sounds actually kind of cool. Scorch. Now, Scorch I haven't played, but I've seen a lot of people play her and heard complaints on Twitter about that she needs buffed. And I'm not 100% sure if that's accurate or not, but they're saying that, it feels like she needs buffed. But instead of buffing her, they reduce the ability duration from 15 to 10 seconds. So that's more of a nerf for that specific item. So we'll see if the complaints go up and down on that. And then V, increased maximum health gain per tick from leeching poison from 1 to 2. So that's definitely probably a good one. Is increasing, was it health steal or life steal that you see in a lot of other games. Gadgets. All right, flashbang. This one I have seen for sure. They increased the radius from 7 to 8 meters. I haven't really used the flashbangs a whole lot because the times I have used them, they haven't seemed like they've done a lot, or they just didn't affect a player that was close to it. So that little bit of increase may help. Incendiary Grenade, they increased the radius that the grenade will spread. This also can be good if it was too small, obviously. Semtex Grenade, they increased the stuck damage to 250, which I'm assuming that issue. I'm not good enough to stick people with a Semtex, so obviously have not run into that one yet. But what I'm guessing they're saying is that it wasn't doing any damage when you did stick somebody, so that's obviously going to be good balance there. Smoke Grenade, I have seen this. When you throw the grenade, it just takes forever to appear, it seems like. So they increase the speed, which is also very good. Weapons, level 3 upgrade on Anvil's LMG, which tightens your spread, now has slightly reduced effectiveness. That sucks, I like Anvil. We'll see how if that messed him up even worse or if that helped. Striker 8x10's damage fall-off range has been slightly increased. That one is definitely good, because it definitely feels like you're basically just throwing peas at somebody at a distance. So that one will be nice. They added some new voice lines to Dima, Talon, and Ronin, so that'll be interesting. And last but not least, we have bug fixes. There is one bug that I know of that I've seen a couple times that is not in here. Hopefully that one just maybe fixes itself and we don't see it anymore, and hopefully it does not increase the issue more, which does happen in some games that you see when they do updates. So C4 that a player attempts to detonate mid-air will now detonate once it landed. I can't get C4 to detonate half the time even when it does land, which I think was a timing issue, as I was trying to detonate it probably close to the time it landed. But this is saying the opposite, so I don't know. Drop weapons should now display pickup text. That one's good, because I have, you have to like stand over the weapon and look at it directly to try and pick it up, so that's nice that it actually gives you the pop-up window now that says, hey, you can pick this up, so that'll be great. No valid game mode should no longer be displayed when logging in. Haven't seen that, but obviously I'm sure that's very frustrating for some people. Fixed a rooftop exploit in favelas. People breaking the map, that's what that means. Players should no longer receive a party size limit error for game modes. That probably is for people that have friends to play with. Sad story. Player names should no longer appear as numbers. I mean, I could see that being weird, but not annoying at least. Fix an issue with the versus screen, which could result in a bad match. I'm guessing that's related to like skill-based matchmaking, but I don't know that they have SBMM in here. Players should no longer sometimes appear in a down state, but still be able to move and shoot. That's fun. Oh, he's down. Let me get him. And he shoots you in the head. That's a cool feature. All right, Phantom can no longer get in a state where she can throw multiple nano grenades. Also an interesting feature that probably should not be there. Players should no longer receive multiple friend requests when queues are changed. That would be annoying. It would be very annoying. I mean, you imagine somebody like some major streamer and that happens. That'd be very annoying. Fix an area of canals where players could use anvils barricade to reach unintended areas. Again, people breaking the map. That's what that means. Sprays used near a player should no longer stick to them. Yeah, that's funny. If any of you have played Warzone, that is a tactic for the gulag. You spray the guy in the pre-gulag area, and then when he's in the gulag, you can see his bright redness running around. It's kind of funny. I don't know if they may have fixed that, but that was, I know, a big thing at one point. And last but not least, switch players should no longer crash after exiting the Chimera. Not sure what that one means either, but obviously it was some sort of an issue. So the one bug that I don't see in here, which I haven't seen a lot of people complain about it, but I have heard of a few people saying they've experienced it, and that is happened to me actually yesterday in playing a game. I was playing as I can't think of his name. It's not there. So the player I was playing as, anyway, it was saying that I had no ability available, and I also couldn't ADS at all. Like I had to hip fire for the whole match. And I went out of the game, went back in, and it was fine then, but it was very annoying. It was very, very annoying. So hopefully that bug does not get worse, and just kind of like fixes itself. Because that was really annoying because you couldn't use your ability and you couldn't ADS at all. You couldn't zero in on somebody, which is kind of the point of a shooting game, right? So that does it for our short little video here on the new updates to Rogue Company. So if you have not tried Rogue Company yet, Rogue Company is a new tactical shooter that is currently in a closed beta state. You can either purchase a Founders Pack to get a key to play the closed beta, or you can utilize Twitch streams and watch players that have drops enabled by linking your account to Twitch. The game is a lot of fun. If you haven't tried it yet, I highly suggest you give it a try if you can. It's very similar to games like Valorant and CSGO, but is a lot more fast-paced like Call of Duty, and honestly feels a lot more balanced in some aspects. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment. As always, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.